Good day YouTube, Niagara Gunfighter here with the final solution to fixing the primer feed issue on the Lee Loadmaster. Let's take a look at how to get this fixed. Under this primer feed assembly, there's a spring on the primer push rod that needs to be upgraded. Disassemble by removing the wheel nut, seal, and case ejector. Remove the drive rod on the other side and open the case holders. Then you can remove the shell plate. Prior to removing the primer feeder, you need to open the last case holder inward. You may need to loosen the set screw as shown here. This spring is the new modification as I filmed this after testing. When the primer rod engages, it pivots at a small angle from being pushed by the lever action. Unfortunately, that appears to cause the rod to enter the primer feed assembly crooked and likely the cause of flipped or jammed primers. Here are the parts on the bench. The two springs on the right were the original and a replacement. The one on the left is my solution. The factory setup has the spring mounted in the hole. It's too weak to return the push rod into position or keep it square with the primer feed assembly and shell plate. By installing this heavier spring over the rod, it keeps the rod in place and is strong enough to prevent jamming. You don't need a specialized spring, just one that fits and is strong enough. I found this one in my junk box. If this rod doesn't stay square with the feed assembly, it'll flip primers or push them down inside the ram, either causing a jam or an unprimed case to advance to the next station. When you reassemble, the bigger spring will put noticeable upward pressure on the feed assembly. You'll need to hold it down when reinserting the shell plate. Otherwise, assembly is the opposite of removal. If you're wondering about the red light, I drilled a hole in the carrier and installed a light under Station 3. This is a backup so you can tell if the case has been primed before charging it. Notice the difference between a primed case and a case with no primer. You can clearly see the red light inside the unprimed case. After this change, I loaded 4,992 rounds in a row without a single primer feed malfunction. The other 8 cases were testing before I made this modification. I hope this video helps you get more mileage out of your Loadmaster. Even though Lee doesn't make it anymore, this thing should be good for decades. Please like and subscribe to my channel, Niagara Gunfighter on YouTube. Thanks for watching.